that 89% of US adults have insulin resistance? You may have heard of this term, but maybe you don't know exactly what it means or how does it develop. So I'm going to explain using this line and these push pins. Now, imagine that this line is a cell, and these push pins are their insulin receptors. Now, when you eat foods that cause massive insulin spikes, what it does is it overwhelms these cells because it overwhelms all of these receptors. And the cell says, hey, I'm a little overwhelmed. I'm going to start taking these receptors off the surface. This means they're downregulating. So as they remove these receptors from the surface, well, if you have less receptors, then insulin's less able to get glucose into the cell and glucose stays in the blood. Well, then the pancreas says, hey, this glucose can't stay in the blood. I'm going to send more insulin to try to get that glucose into the cell. Well, this starts a vicious cycle because more insulin means more overwhelming of the cell, which means losing more receptors. And over time, this leads glucose levels to rise and insulin levels to rise. And that is type 2 diabetes. So how do you reverse this? Well, when you start eating foods or focusing on foods that don't cause massive insulin spikes, it allows these cells to feel a little less overwhelmed. So they're like, hey, I'm feeling better now. I'm going to start putting those receptors back on the surface. And with more receptors, it means that insulin is better able to get glucose into the cell, which means your pancreas can take a break. And over time, this means glucose levels fall and insulin levels fall. And this is how you reverse insulin resistance.